Hi everybody, this is Sean with our DIY gardening, and today we are going to talk about getting our spring beds ready for our crops that are going in. Now we're in North Texas and I am planting a lot of things this weekend in our raised beds. And a couple of weeks ago I did a video where I reviewed this book, Gardening with Less Water, and I really liked it. And one of the things that they talked about a lot were these ollas, and I had never gardened using them before, but I have struggled with drip systems and sprinkler systems and everything else, but I've never tried these ollas. And it gets really hot here in Texas, and the reason my garden goes in so early is because by the 1st of June, um, plants are dying, and I've got to have my crop in. So I thought I really wanted to try to use the ollas in gardening and see if they really made the difference that books like this have stated that they make. So I went online and I started looking for them, and I came across this kind of vessel. It's an olla. It's got the cap, and you just fill it full of water. First thing you do is cover it in your garden bed up to its top, and then you put water in it. And the theory is that when the dirt dries out, the ollas will slowly release the water, and the water goes right to the roots instead of up going out into the atmosphere, and also just getting the stems of the plants wet. So this really intrigues me, and I thought I have to try this. So the problem with these is they are expensive. $60 to $80, just depending on the size you want. And we'll go into size more when we take these out to the garden, because today we're going to walk step by step from here's the olla. I'm actually going to show you how to make a more inexpensive olla, just using some clay pots, and see if I can hold on to this and talk at the same time, and put the lid on it. And this is a lot more inexpensive. So I'm going to show you how I made this. It's super easy, and I'm about size-wise about the same. I'll show you here in just a moment, side by side. So we're going to go through making them, and then we're going to put them in the garden bed, my raised beds out in the front. I'll show you our front garden, and seeing, this summer being the testimony of, are they going to work or aren't they going to work? And we'll go from there. So hold on a moment, and I'm going to show you how they look side by side. Okay, so this is the side by side. This was, I think, $80, and this was about $20. And it could be a lot more reduced if I went looking for sales and things in the fall. But I know that for the two pots and a lid, it cost us right around $20. So that's a lot more affordable than an olla. That's handmade, although it's not nearly as pretty. Affordability is what I really need. So let's jump in now to making them. Okay, so this is the first pot we're going to work with. It's just a clay pot, and what we're going to do, is remove the sticker, and then we're going to just put a piece of masking tape. I think I found some painter's tape. Okay, so there's the tape. Now I put that there because there's a hole inside, remember? And the very first thing we have to do, now this is the bottom, imagine this is the bottom of the pot, of the olla. And what I have to do is I have to plug that hole. So I have some actually liquid nails, and I am just going to use it to plug the hole up back down here. And you can see the hole is covered. Now it does take about 24 hours for this to dry, but I found that we can go ahead and move forward in making the entire pot. It doesn't matter because this tape holds the glue or the liquid nails just fine, and at the end all we have to do is remove the tape when it's finished. So that is the bottom, and we plug the bottom hole because remember, we don't want the water just to rush out. We want the water to stay in the pot and to let the clay work as the release element for the water that will be in here when we're done making it. Now, what we want to do is add the second pot onto the top here. And you can see, right here is how we're going to set this second pot on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the liquid nails all around the rim, and I'm going to want to just stay on the rim because I don't want it everywhere after I put the top on here. Okay, so I will do that. The rim here, and yeah, I get a little sloppy, but we'll clean it up here in just a moment. I'll show you how we can clean it up. So we'll set it up, and we're going to bring the top over and put the top down. Okay, now I can see silicone around most of it. You see the line there? But there's some spots here, like right here, that I can't see it. So I'm going to just put a little along the lip here, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of wipe it into the seam. And this will just let it sit down and make a better seal. I'm just going to go around here and eyeball, see where I might need to add more. That's pretty much it. So the next thing I'm going to do is get a paper towel. It's just a dry paper towel, don't moisten it or anything. And I am just going to wipe this seal, help it to try to sit into the seam better, so it's tight when it dries. Again, it's going to take about 24 hours to do that. Here's the lid, and pop it on, and there's an olla. I mean, how little time did that take me? And it's so much more economical than buying the finished kiln ollas, and I'm really praying that this works just as well. So the next step we're going to do is probably going to be tomorrow, but we're going to go out into the garden. Hey guys, so we are now out in our front yard where our kitchen garden is, and Ron's prepared all the beds for us. And so we are ready to plant the olive. We're going to talk about where I have an idea of the plants and where they're going to be, and where we should place the olla compared because of that. So let's take a look at the bed now. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, this is a 2x4 bed. And in the very front of this bed, I'm going to plant peas, and they're going to climb the fence. The other part is going to have mini sweet peppers in it. So what I want to do is place the olive so it gives the water to the most vegetables that it can inside of this planter. So I'm basically going to do it right in the middle. We're going to have the peas in the front, and I'm going to have peppers here, right in the middle, and over here, and we'll see how the space is with the plants. I might even put two. That gives a direct line to each plant, except for the peas, but I think that they'll be able to draw enough water, just as the straight line. There won't be any competition for the water for them. So I'm going to go ahead, dig the hole. Remember, it gets buried up to the very top. We'll fill it full of water, and then we'll put the cup or the cap on it, and we'll see how it works. So as you guys can see, it is buried. I think that'll be pretty good right there. So we're going to go ahead and bring the dirt back around it. And there we have it. There's the olla. It's buried. Remember, peas in the front. We're going to have a couple of sweet peppers. I think I might be able to get 4 in here. And have the olla water everything that's in here. So it'll be a fun project. I'm going to put ollas in all of the beds. And we'll just keep filming throughout the summer to see how the beds are faring with just the ollas, or if we have to do some alternative watering with them. So thanks so much, and remember, if you like videos like this, please subscribe, like the video, share it with friends and family on Facebook, and we'll talk to you soon.